Way back.
This is something I'm getting really fucking sick and fucking tired of. I don't know about you, but it's this fake, stupid, dumb, phony Hollywood outrage over shit that they don't give a rat's ass about. The latest concerns the girls that are, I believe, still currently kidnapped in Nigeria. And over here in America, we have the typical fake, phony outrage from the goddamn Hollywood elite. I'll pick on three of them. Justin Timberlake, Sean Penn, and Ashton Kutcher. They hold up these little signs and because they're Hollywood celebrities, a bunch of mindless male lemmings follow them. Real men don't buy girls. This is to all three of them, and this is to any jerk-off that held up a sign. Now look, there's nothing wrong with protesting the sex trade. Personally, if you legalize prostitution, the sex slave trade would go bye-bye. But another rant on that at another time. But this is to each one of them that held up a little sign that said, real men don't buy girls. Okay, do you really think, do any of you that really held up a sign really think this is gonna make a damn bit of difference? Do you think the men and women that are involved in the Nigerian kidnapping and possible selling of these young girls will give a rat's ass what you people think of them? Do you really think they would give a flying fuck? Are you guys really serious? And when you sit there with your little signs in front of your fucking camera, not really doing a damn thing to help them, with your little signs in front of your camera, do you really think that the people that are doing this, the men and women are doing this, and yes, I hate to break this to you feminists, women are involved in the sex trade too, but do you really think that they're sitting there going, oh God, we have to stop the Americans, some douchebaggy college kids and 3 Hollywood celebrities are pissed off with what we're doing, we've got to stop, ladies, you can go free, we did not know we would incur the wrath of Sean Penn, oh God, no! Get fucking real. You're not doing anything to help them. You're doing something to make yourself feel better because for some reason you feel guilty over the fact that you live in America and you have it better than them. Finally, to wrap this motherfucker up, to Justin Timberlake, to Sean Penn, to Ashton Kutcher, you know, you guys are kinda wealthy. If you're really that concerned with the Nigerian girls that have been kidnapped and maybe or may have not yet been sold into slavery, I would go with why don't you cut the terrorists a check? You guys certainly, especially in Nigeria's economy, have enough money to buy each and every one of their freedoms. Probably wouldn't hurt you a bit. Not buying girls if you don't keep them, you're just buying them to set them free. Just saying, if you 3 douchebags are really that concerned about what's going on in Nigeria with the 200 girls or what the fuck ever it is, shouldn't you guys maybe cut a check? Actually do something outside of holding a fucking sign in front of a goddamn camera. You're holding a sign in front of a camera. You're not part of the solution. You're not part of the problem. You're not part of anything. You're doing fuck all nothing except making yourself feel better because you feel better because you somehow, like I said, feel guilty because you live in the fucking Emerald Palace known as the United States of America. So either start doing something to really help people or shut the fuck up. Okay, continuing its decades-long drop, the U.S. marriage rate has hit a new record low, with fewer American women than ever getting married and others waiting longer to wed. Of course, this article entirely focuses on women. Of course, it's wrote by a woman because she doesn't want to bring up the real issue that's really sort of nailing the U.S. marriage rate right in the fucking throat. And no, it's not gay marriage. It's the fact that men don't want to fucking get married. Why? Financially for us, it's a fucking disaster. I mean, if you have, let's say you're a straight male, you meet a girl, you really like her, you invite her to move in with you. Now you're not legally married, so you're not risking anything.
Why in the fuck would you want to get married? What possible benefit would there be from you getting married? You get love, companionship, tenderness, someone to take care of you when you're sick, float you a little cash if things are tight, you get laid. What possible fucking reason would you want to have to get married? I mean, answer me that, honestly. Men have finally realized, with my generation, and it's getting stronger, is that the divorce laws are a complete bunch of shit focused in on by archaic draconian courts that somehow think that women can't get a job and be successful on their own, so that the man must support them even after they file for divorce until they get a new man. Funny how I don't see feminists fighting for that. Anita Sarkeesian sits there and whines and bitches about how women are being portrayed in the media as these weak little things, yet the courts continue to portray them as weak little things. I don't hear one feminist saying one fucking word about that. Oh wait, because that's free money for But I mean, why would a man want to get married? I'm serious. What do you gain? I mean, if this box represents a guy and his total wealth, his total assets, once you get married, you give half of your shit to that person, that other person that you married. Now, suddenly I'll just have this one as the guy. Half of his shit. He loses all of this. Then when you get divorced, and trust me, you probably will, because the mortality rates for marriages after the 10-year mark is 75%, 50 of them will fail within their first 3 years, you will then have to give half your shit away, possibly more, but I'll just be nice and say half your shit. Then you will have to pay, even if you don't have kids, so I'm giving this the nicest thing possible, so even though, according to feminists, this girl, who this okay, continue.
So the YouTuber Retro Atheist sent me this article. Oh, and really quick, yes, I did pull down the last video of the night. No, it had nothing to do with the fact that I was fucking a lot more drunker than I thought I was. No, I just felt it was shitty quality and I'd like to redo it. So that's why I pulled that video, in case anyone's wondering. No, it wasn't. I mean, for Christ's sakes, yeah. If you think I'd pull a video just because I was fucking buzzed all to hell or full on drunk, yeah, you haven't been watching very long. Anyway, yeah, that's actually last night's going to be the last bit of beer drinking videos for kind of the rest of the week. Like I said, I'm really trying to get rid of the beer gut and lose about 40 or 50 fucking pounds. So yeah, just so everyone knows, I mean, most of the time actually, when I don't drink in my videos, I get a lot of people actually wondering if it's a health reason. If I, was at the doctor and he gave me some bad news and I had no, it's purely weight and it's purely me. So yeah, don't worry about my health. I'm perfectly healthy. Just trying to lose a few pounds. And I'm doing. Talked to a friend of mine. He's a big workout guy. Going to be cutting out all the carbs and shit for the days that I don't drink. So a lot of meat, a lot of veggies. Anyway, let's get into this. Last thing you people want to hear is my fucking diet plan. As a writer on relationships, sex, and feminism, I often get emails from readers along the line, I'm a feminist, but my partner isn't. Can the relationship still work? Or is my partner sexist? Or how can I make my partner a feminist? Well, the best way to do it is don't. You can't. First off, let's be honest. Feminists have nothing left to fight. So, yeah. Best way for you, if you really want to guarantee you have a feminist partner, go lesbian. Apparently, this particular boyfriend would say, if she was talking about sexism, would say men have it hard too. Hate to bring this up, but they do. In fact, in a lot of ways, we have it worse. And, of course, this just derailed conversation about major problems by making them into smaller ones. Why do I think the sexism you were talking about would be the equivalent of Starbucks giving you your coffee cold? She constantly felt invalidated because you didn't have a valid point to make. So apparently her next boyfriend was better on the feminist fronts. He said, God damn it, I can't hate this stupid site. So basically, it rambles on and on about, essentially, if your partner isn't a fucking feminist, then of course you must leave them because of reasons. And yeah, I tend to agree with the boyfriend. White people don't owe black people a damn thing. The last person that was a slave died in 1953, so no one living has ever been the property of another human being, at least legally. She also goes into anti-choice, aka the people that are against abortion. Well, I have news for you, lady. If you want to get an abortion, you can do it, and no guy can stop you legally. Not even a husband. So she talks about having the need to censor herself. Maybe it's because they just don't want to hear you whine every time a girl in bikini tries to sell somebody beer, or a woman is sexualized in a movie, or, because literally you're, and she says right here, you should break up with your sexist partner. So basically, your partner or boyfriend, let's be honest, boyfriend, doesn't want to hear you fucking whine and cry about, nothing, or how sexist this fucking Subway ad is for a gym membership. Maybe he just doesn't want to fucking deal with it. Take this sexism in the workplace, and they realize how often women are harassed, belittled, and excluded at work. When does this happen? Also, depends on the job. If, let's say, the job is we need to chop a tree down, yeah, women probably be excluded and not the first choice because, men are 3 times stronger than them. But literally, if you want to get a male feminist ally, they're out there. Just don't expect to get laid. Because, I don't know, they probably bawl every time they see their dick. You can find pathetic manginas if you like, feminists, but basically, yeah, she's literally saying if your boyfriend is sexist and doesn't want to hear you yap and yammer about non-issues and try to make non-issues into issues, then you should break up with him. Essentially, basically, the only way you would ever get a partner is if you went and started dating someone from your feminist reading club. So, yeah, there you are, ladies. Great job, feminists. Anyway, that's my thoughts on this. Please also don't send me any more articles from Everyday Feminism. I hate the site. It runs slower than hell. There's 50,000 ads on it. I'm tired of dealing with it. All right, that's thoughts on this. So a group of spoiled college kids, and this is just going to show how fucking ill-prepared kids are for the real world when they come out of college. Spoiled college grad demands new dress code at job. And you can guess what happened. College kids have a pretty easy time getting their way on campus, making up of a stink and the faculty cave. We have literally seen this time and time and time again. Now the problem is, of course, we're going to reach this, place called the real world, which still has teeth. There was this one kid and he was working at his internship, and he wanted the company he was working for to have a more lax dress code. They noticed one of the regular staff members wearing shoes that weren't in line with the code, though, and that just wasn't right. So this individual got together with his fellow interns, wrote up a proposal for an alternate dress code, accompanied with a petition, which, as if you're a boss, would piss you off instantly, and sent it to the management. The next day, all of the gals, kids that signed the petition were called into a meeting where they thought their proposal would be discussed. Instead, that they were informed due to their unprofessional behavior, get the fuck out. Hand in your ID badges, get your shit, and get the fuck out. The proposal was written professionally, like the examples we had learned about in school. Our arguments were thought out, well-reasoned. We weren't even given a chance to discuss it. The worst part about it, just before the meeting ended, one of the managers told us that the worker that was allowed to disobey the dress code was a former soldier who lost her leg and was therefore, of course, given permission to wear whatever kind of shoes she could walk in. Again, maybe, here's the thought, kids. Maybe while you're interns, you don't fucking rock the boat. Wait till you're a little more indisposable. The reality is college and education institutions are supposed to prepare kids for the real world. And the problem is that colleges, universities treat every frickin' fucking petition like it's valid and serious and needs to be discussed. And what's worse is then you have students trying to tell professors what, and the professors are kowtowing to fucking 20-year-olds, and then they get out into the real world and can't imagine why they can't hold a fucking job, or why they're still working at Starbucks. And nobody has the balls to tell these kids, hey, girls, you know that those women's studies degrees that you're going for? Okay, they might be easy, but they're absolutely fucking useless. Hey, communications major, your whole fucking thing, useless. You see this guy going to learn how to fix cars? He will have a useful skill in 6 months and very little debt. You will have nothing and be buried under a mountain of debt that you can't get rid of. Unless, of course, Hillary or Bernie or somebody comes up with this insane plan to forgive student debt, which is fucking ridiculous. Sorry, you made the choice, you pay. How often there was a college professor in trouble for daring to have his students speak an opposing point of view because one transgender student got all pissy. It's like, how are any of these kids going to survive in the real? What is the workforce going to be like? Seriously, what is the workforce going to be like in 20 years? When I'm in my 50s, when it's 2030 something. All these, people exiting college now that are pulling shit like this, that are supposed to be, decently into their careers, but they've never been taught a backbone. They've never been taught a backbone. They've never been taught any street smarts. They've never been taught anything. And what's worse, parents continue to coddle their kids and not let them get burnt. One of the best lessons I learned about running a wood stove and running a grill and running all that type of shit when you're dealing with fire, remember where everything is at all times. I still carry a scar from the door from my grandpa's wood stove when it touched my arm and burned me. It hurt like a motherfucker. And I learned a fucking lesson. If that would have happened today, my grandpa would have been arrested for fucking child endangerment because I think I was 9 at the time. 9 or 10, I forget exactly what age. But you know what? I got burned, didn't die, didn't really hurt for that long, and I learned a valuable lesson about working with metal and fire. So maybe it's, time that, we let these kids get burned. Otherwise, the working world in America is going to crash because every single 15 minutes, a kid will have to go take a break in his safe space. Okay, apparently the plumbers are at it again. I say whatever the fuck I want about them because I'm a big fat fuck myself. Apparently, a high school named her name's Jewel. Guarantee you at some point, this bitch's poetry is gonna pop up on Amazon Kindle or Lulu.com or some fucking publishing site. Fuck. Jewel Moore says Disney has the power to influence girls' confidence, and a plus-size princess would be a positive role model. Now, this big fat fuck, I'm not all that overweight, although you can see in about 10 years when her metabolism slows down, she's gonna be a great big fat fuck. She wrote a petition on change.org, and then she created a princess with a curvy body to show support to a group of girls who are otherwise horrendously bullied by the media. Really? They are? Fucking how? There's a big fat fuck sitcom on TV right now! And she gives the examples of Jasmine and Ariel. I take exception with both of these examples. First off, Ariel is a fucking mermaid, and mermaids don't fucking exist. Plus, Ariel's supposed to be about 12 fucking years old. So, yeah, she don't fucking exist, and I was supposed to be a child. Jasmine, on the other hand, is a real human being, but here's the thing about Jasmine. If you watch the Aladdin cartoon show, which I, yes, did enjoy, and still do, you can still find episodes right here on YouTube, she's an ass kicker. She beats the shit out of things if she don't like them. So, that's kind of a better message. And she's incredibly athletic. It amassed a whole 861 signatures. By the way, this article was sent to me by some someone. Unfortunately, I cannot remember their name, and I don't remember if it was in my general discussion or my private inbox. If you're that person, feel free to give yourself a shout out or link the article to me again. I'll happily put you in the fucking description. She writes that she created the page because I'm a plus-size young woman. I know many plus-size girls and women who struggle with confidence and need a positive plus-size character in the media. How about yourself? Why the fuck? You have a plus-size character in the fucking media. You have a big fat fuck that had the #1 rated show on fucking television for years. It was called fucking Roseanne, dumbass. Well, watch that! What about Kathy? She's been in the comics for 40 fucking years. Many commenters agree with Jewel, leaving comments at the change.org to express their opinion, and she said that basically everybody is beautiful. Now, my thing is you look at this girl, and you see her in this little flower dress that looks like it was painted by some drunken painter, who was not me. By the way, you can, in a little bit, all this artwork you see here is going to be going up on sale on eBay. You can buy fine War Corpse art. Hey, I gotta shamelessly self-plug every chance I fucking get. But my question to her is instead of trying to make it okay to be a great big fat fuck or a plus-sized woman or what the fuck ever, and you're spending all this time doing this, maybe, just maybe, if you spent half that energy that you went into this fucking change.org petition and the fact that you're sitting up and speaking at this project, somethingproject.com, and you're speaking all about it and you're all pissed off, plus you're going to school and you're doing all this, maybe, just maybe, if you ran your ass on a fucking treadmill and went to the fucking gym, you wouldn't be such a plus-size fucking bitch now, would you? You have said in this article, by the way, that you have struggled with weight issues your whole life. Well, I have news for you, honey pie. There's a real good way to get rid of weight. It's called eat a right diet and fucking work out. It's fucking simple. Our bodies are not that fucking complicated. We are machines. Some of us can process shit more easily than others. But I have news for you, sweetie. If you want to be a regular Disney princess, all it takes is for you to get your fat ass on a treadmill. And sorry if I'm being mean, but I have said this of myself. I am fucking overweight or plus size. But here's the thing. I didn't become this fucking way because of TV or society or movies or video game or any of the other shit that I fucking do in my daily life that I see or hear or smell. I don't stay this way because I feel beaten and humiliated and intimidated by motherfuckers either at the gym or in video games, movies, television, in the media, blah blah fucking blah. I don't feel bullied, I don't feel harassed, I don't feel put down upon. I know the reasons why I'm fat, and it has nothing to do with anything else except for the fact that it's fucking me. I can tell you exactly why I'm fucking fat. It's because I enjoy pizza, beer, and I really can't fucking stand exercise. Those three things combined create me, a guy who's fucking overweight. It doesn't take a fucking genius to fucking figure it out. It's not fucking Disney's princesses that made you a big fat fuck. Here's a thought. You want to lose the fucking weight? You want to quit fucking struggling with it? Here's a thought. Eat fucking kale and celery for a fucking month and work out, and you'll be just fucking fine. So fuck you. Or in